welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Miya Jha, and I'm a reader here on YouTube, an intuitive reader. I'm not on here reading books, y'all. But today I wanted to come and do a little reading for my divine feminines at this time. For this reading, we are gonna, tap into what divine feminine needs to hear right now at this time. What is it that you need to hear right now? Maybe this is something something that you need to know that others are not willing to tell you. Like maybe some things that others do recognize in you that you may not recognize in yourself, or whatever the case. But whatever it is that's going to come out is something that you need to know right now from the divine, okay? Divine feminine. So we're going to start off with our affirmation cards. We haven't done these in a while, so I just felt it was necessary today for you. So what does divine feminine need to know at this time? Y'all forgot my little rose cologne. It has a little Florida water in it, and also some, I think it's pronounced jojoba oil. So yeah, I'm gonna use a little bit of that. Alright, y'all. So we're gonna hop right into this reading. I hope everybody is doing well and dandy and all the things. Does anybody use that word, dandy? It's all fine and dandy over here. Y'all, I can't complain. I'm okay right now. I'm okay right now. I have no reason to complain about anything. I'm sure if I really wanted to, I can find some things, but I have nothing to complain about, like for real, divine feminine. So I hope all is well with you all as well. I hope all your troubles are cast away, and that y'all continue to see better, sunnier days in your life, and to be able to enjoy them, even in the the simple moments, or those quiet moments, or when your life is taking a pause in different areas. So all those things, divine mother. All right, not divine mother. So some of y'all might be divine mothers here tapping in. The fact that it just came out so smoothly. But the first card I have for you is what you need to know right now, divine mother. Divine mother, maybe I need to do another reading for y'all. But it says, I am stronger than I may realize. So divine feminine, something you need to hear right now is that you are stronger than you realize. I don't know, whatever it is that you could be going through right now at this time. Some of you could be going through a really difficult time, and you may not know how you're going to overcome this, or you don't know how you're going to get through it, or you might feel like, giving up, or, whatever the case. Know that you are much stronger than you think you are. There have been times in my life, many times, I can go back different parts of my timeline since I've been here, that there were times where I just I felt like something was really going to take me out, or I didn't know how I was going to get through this, or some pains, or feelings, some experiences were just so unbearable to the where I just felt so weak, like I just couldn't handle it, or I didn't want to be here anymore, or whatever the case. But divine mother, trust and believe, just as hard as these hard times come, better times come as well. Know that you're going to get through this, and one day you're going to be able to look back, and whatever it is that you went through, it could either be a motivator for you, but it could also be a motivator to someone else. Divine feminine. So the next thing you need to know, I keep wanting to say divine mother. Maybe I have some kind of divine mothers tapping in here. Some of you could be mothers, which I'm sure, But it says, I am open to receive. So divine feminine, something you need to know right now, like it's okay to be open to receive at this time. I'm kind of getting even like an energy. Some of you might have a hard time receiving help from others, when even when it's being offered, especially for some of you who just feel like, nobody has ever really been there for me. Y'all wanted to wear my glasses today and not be so self-conscious, but I cannot. It's like they're never clean. Like no matter how much I clean them, even with the little spray stuff, it just never gets clean enough. I think it's time for some new glasses. But um, either way, Divine Mother, some of you need to hear that it's okay to receive help from others. Even when it's like sometimes Divine Feminine, you might feel like you have to carry everything on your shoulders, but to truly operate in your Divine Feminine energy, be okay and be open to taking help, especially when it's being offered. You don't have to beg for help. Um, it's okay to ask for help too, because you never know. Sometimes how they say a closed mouth doesn't get fed, so sometimes you do have to speak up, Divine Feminine, and ask for help. You don't have to take on everything on your own. And I know sometimes it's just hard to trust anybody else, or put your put let something rest, something that has to do with you and whatever outcome, um putting it into somebody else's hands. um and that's okay, Divine Mother, but there are other ways and other areas of life where sometimes you just have to be open to receive help. You could be blocking your own blessings, Divine Feminine. Oh, I didn't see this card sitting here. It says, so the next card of what you need to know at this time, what you need to hear, Divine Mother. Y'all, Divine Mother, it just keep coming out, y'all. I don't know. I don't know what's that about. Some of y'all, okay, so I'm getting that some of y'all could be, for any of you mothers, it could be some of you mothers who are struggling right now. Maybe you feel like you have to do it on your own, or you could be like a single mom, and you're not able to, you're feeling like you're not able to take help from others, whether that's like family, friends, whatever. Like people could be offering, but it's like, maybe you don't feel worthy or something, or I don't know, whatever the case is. Or sometimes you might feel like people want something out of you as well, something that you're not able to give, or you just gonna always have to owe somebody for something that they're doing for you. Divine Feminine, some of you need to know, or Divine Mother, because that's what keeps coming through. Something that you need to know here is that there are some people who are just really wanting to help, or really just have a helping spirit. They're not looking for anything from you. Like, I know that some of you may have experienced that with other people in the past, where it's like tick for tack, or whatever the case. But there are some people who really do want to help, or and sometimes you just have to speak up as well. Like, everybody's not gonna know even your struggle, because some of y'all, you might not even look like your struggle. Like, you could look like you have it all together and everything is all good and great or whatnot, and people don't consciously just obvious, like, it's not very obvious to others just looking at you that you are struggling the way you are. But Divine Mother, it is okay to ask for help. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear that, but being open to receive help as well. Some of y'all, don't feel bad about if you need like welfare or something, because that's coming through too. Welfare is not, it's not nothing to feel ashamed about. Like, there was a time when I was like, I'm literally just barely off of welfare, y'all. But there was a time when I needed it as well, and I felt ashamed, and I didn't want to pull out like my food stamp card, or whatever. Divine Feminine, or Divine Mother here, who's having to deal with that, don't feel ashamed about that. Don't feel judged or anything, because that's something to help you get on your feet. It is something to help give you some kind of just a leg up in your situation, because trust me, things could be a whole lot harder, having to deal with all that on your own. But if you do have help that's available to you, I say use those resources, because whatever it is that you can do, even creatively, because I know you're creative, that's one of the things that make you so special. But it's like, when you allow yourself to receive these things that are rightfully yours, Divine Mother, I don't know how bad you need to hear that, but know that those are rightfully yours, and nobody should make you feel ashamed about that. If you qualify, you qualify. Use it as a leg up. You don't have to stay stuck on it forever. You don't have to stay You don't have to feel like this is the only way to make it, or whatever the case. This can be something temporary for you until you get to that next level, because not everybody wants to stay stuck or stagnant in a certain situation because you feel like you have to depend on it. And I feel like, Divine Mother, you need to know that, like, you're not going to automatically just be so dependent on something just because you have it, but use it to your advantage while it is available to you. Because there's some things I missed out on because I was like, I'm not doing that, or whatever the case. But imagine how much further along you would be once you get that off of your back and you're able to focus on the things that need more attention from you at this time, Divine Mother. So I don't know, somebody need to hear that. Be open to receive. And I'm not telling nobody to go do no fraud and none of that stuff. Get what's rightfully yours, okay? You don't have to, trick the system or trick nobody else or whatever the case. But use what's available to you, Divine Mother, okay? And don't feel ashamed or guilty about it, because you know your situation better than anybody else does. Like, that's all I have to say, okay? And then the next one for you, Divine Feminine, of what you need to know right now. It says, I am a beautiful soul that radiates a vibrant and beautiful form. So, Divine Feminine, the Divine wants you to know, I don't know when the last time somebody told you you were beautiful, or for some of you, you may not hear it so often. When you do hear it, you probably like, who are you talking to me? Whatever the case. I don't know how many of y'all have been through that before. I've done that many times where, I can go out and people are like, oh my gosh, they tell my daughter she's so beautiful all the time. And she is. I tell all the time too. But she need to know that she is more than just her beauty. She's beautiful inside and out. And you also need to know that, Divine Feminine. I'm feeling like a mother talking to y'all that way. Like, you need to know that you are not just beautiful on the outside, but you also are on the inside, because it says, I am a beautiful soul that radiates a vibrant and beautiful form. So that's telling you right there alone, Divine Feminine, not only are you just amazingly beautiful and gorgeous on the outside, it's what's going on the inside that makes you, come off the way that you do. So you're more than even just your looks. I don't know who needs to hear that, but also some of you literally just may not hear, how beautiful you are. You never hear it from other people. So you might even think, something must be wrong with you. Maybe you're not attractive at all. Divine Mother, that could be the furthest from the truth. That is the furthest from the truth, Divine Feminine. You are beautiful inside and out. So you need to know that, and the Divine wants you to know that at this time, okay? Oh my goodness, y'all. I remember one time, like, it's been a couple years now. It's like probably around the time, we was having the, whole world chaos going on. And I remember walking past myself in the mirror, and it's like I caught a just random glimpse of myself, and I was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. And I literally cried, y'all, because I've never seen myself that way, and it was just so weird and so enlightening in that moment. And it just kind of shocked me. Like, I don't speak to myself this nice all the time, or I don't see these things about myself. So, Divine Feminine, I don't know who is tapping in here at this time and who needs to hear this, but give yourself some grace and some praise. Stop looking outside of yourself to realize. Do y'all do my eyes look big in my glasses? Cause I know I had to get them thinned out, and now I get so self-conscious about like even wearing glasses, cause I'm like, y'all look like an owl, but it's okay, whatever. But either way, Divine Feminine, I don't know who needs to hear that or who needs to know this, but give yourself some grace, love on yourself more. Look at yourself, truly look at yourself and see the beauty that's inside of you, and the beauty that just radiates on the outside as well, because other people may not be so open and willing to do that. For, whatever reason. It could be different reasons. So that's why it's important to not, seek that from other people. You have to know that about yourself as well. Like it's cool to, like, even some of you might get compliments all the time and stuff. You very well could, but it's kind of like, if you're not hearing that, or you stop hearing it, it's like you cease to hear it. You forget that about yourself, or you don't realize that about yourself because you've been, receiving that energy from other people. So it's time for you to see that in yourself as well, divine feminine. So they could go on either way, whether you're hearing it or whether you're, or you've been so used to hearing it, or you're not hearing it at all, or you rarely hear it, or whatever the case. It's meant for you to realize that for yourself, divine feminine. Okay. And we have here, and y'all know it's not always easy. It's not always easy. I have my moments, okay? But it says, so next what you need to hear, divine feminine, it says, I feel more and more healed every day. So some of you, divine feminine, you might feel like something that you've been working on, as far as whatever you're healing, however that resonates, because this could be physical healing. It could also be emotional, mental, or a combination of all the things. But you might feel like, you don't really see things going anywhere. You don't feel like things are getting better. You don't feel like, wow, and it's even coming out under the card of I am stronger than I realize. So, divine feminine, some of these things you might not see right away, but know that, each and every day, as every moment passes, like, you are in the process of healing, even having like the conscious awareness of something. Like, sometimes, things we don't know that things are happening, or it's all coming together, until we get that, we get that picture, that physical, tangible, vision in front of our face, until we get to a certain point to realize something. But know that change is something that doesn't just happen overnight, especially when it comes to some kind of transformation or anything. So it's like, you might not see it now, but you're taking steps, or you're making moves every single day, even when you don't even realize it, or if you feel like you're not doing nothing, or or whatever the case. Know that you are, okay? The next one we have, but what you need to know, or what you need to hear at this time, divine feminine, is I transcend stress of any kind, and I live in peace. Yeah. So, wow. And with this coming up under the I am open to receive card, divine feminine, that is a y'all, I'm using my computer. I have to get used to this. I hope y'all can see these cards. I'll do the best I can. But some of you, it says, with this saying, I transcend stress of any kind, and I live in peace. It's like, divine feminine, you are, you need to know that it's okay to let go of, some of the stress, relieve some of the burden, from you, and, allow yourself to be able to receive help from others, in whatever form, that comes in, and how that resonates, divine, feminine. It's okay to receive help from others and relieve yourself of this stress. Like, you have enough to stress about, and there's some things that can be, receiving a little help, even in the smallest things, can, make a difference in, taking some kind of responsibility off your plate. Like, I was just thinking about, like, for some of y'all, this could be even somebody, offering to wash your dishes or something for you. Allow yourself to receive, if somebody is genuinely offering to do something, allow yourself to receive that. Or somebody could offer to, help bring your, well, I ain't gonna say help bring your groceries in. You won't know, like, strangers. But, like, maybe somebody and you're close to, want to offer to help you bring your groceries in or something. And, sometimes, well, no, I have it, I got it. You just sit down and, enjoy yourself, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes people genuinely want to help you, divine feminine. So allow yourself to receive this kind of help. Or even, like when you're in a grocery store or something, and somebody you can't reach something on the shelf, and maybe you can ask somebody going by, or maybe somebody offers to help you. Receive the help, divine feminine. You don't have to shrug them off and say, oh, you got it, because then you're going to sit there and have to struggle with it just a little bit longer than you have to. instead of moving on to the next thing or something more important. So that's all I'm saying, Divine Feminine. It's okay to receive help from others. Let's see. All right, what else does Divine Feminine need to hear at this time? All right, I'm going to take the one that flipped over because it's hidden. It's hidden. We have, I will not worry about things I can't control. Yes, Divine Feminine. So even with this coming out, so first of all, there's just another confirmation for being able to receive help and releasing any stress off of you or worrying so much about things that are out of your control, because that's not gonna really make a big difference other than stress you out further. But with the I would not worry about things I cannot control. This is coming out under the I am beautiful. I am a beautiful soul that radiates a vibrant and beautiful form. So, Divine Feminine. This is also confirmation about the whole thing of relying on others to, make you feel good about yourself, or knowing your beauty that radiates from you inside and out. Like, this is like being, it's like it's okay to receive these things, and when you do, and to embrace them, but don't let that be the end all be all. Don't let that be the confirmation for you in knowing who you are, how amazing you are, how beautiful you are, and even in the things that you do, because truth be told, you're not going to always receive that, and people have their own different reasons for why they won't. But just because you're not actually hearing it from others, or people are being vocal about it directly to you, because sometimes, people realize these things about you and they talk amongst each other, or other people saying saying those things or complimenting you on something. Sometimes people keep things in their head, and then you have some people who, they have malicious intent, and some people just don't have anything nice to say, and that's because they're dealing with their own things. They have something going on within them, and that's okay as well. But Divine Feminine, it's okay to receive compliments and whatnot from others, but make sure you're doing it for yourself too, okay? And not worrying so much about what other people think of you, because the truth is, it's like other people know it and other people see it as well, but not everybody is willing to speak up on these things or feel like it's okay to be vocal. Or some people don't even realize, the power in their own voice, and choosing not to do some things. So it could be several factors for why, Divine Feminine, but know that you're not a problem, and the problem is not you, okay? Especially when it comes to, your beauty, like, some of y'all, you just don't even realize how beautiful you are, but it's so crazy how other people can see it, and you don't, and I don't know why. It could be for many reasons. So it's about time to take a look in the mirror, or see yourself as more than what you think you are. And this is not about somebody being conceited, or um arrogant or nothing. That's a whole nother situation. The Divine Feminines that I'm tapping in here, you literally don't know that you might feel like you're not nothing worth, whatever, or you're not good enough, or you're not all that, or you're not even all that, but like you're not even passable, or whatever the case is. Like, some of y'all literally don't realize like how beautiful and amazing you are, and there are people who want to tear you down, or some people can see so much beauty in you that they start to make up things about you because they feel like um you're something other than what you really are. And what I mean by that, like, I remember I have one like scenario I'll talk about now, but I had like I've had at least 3 exes in my past, and these were all of like adult relationships where um when I first meet these people, like not all of them was that way, but I'll say how what they all had in common. What they all had in common is, they all got to a point where they would like in the beginning they would give me compliments and stuff, or whatever the case. And a lot of times it's just hard for me to even receive those compliments because I'm just like, why are you saying that for? Like, you must be up to something, or that's not true, or, whatever the case may be. But there were also times where later in the relationship, I would randomly have, later in the relationship, I wouldn't hear anything from them. They wouldn't tell me these things anymore, and I feel like maybe you're not attracted to me anymore, or whatever the case. And when we would go out, and then sometimes random people would stop me and say, "Oh my gosh, you're so pretty," or "You're so beautiful," or it's usually when I'm like dressed up or something and got my makeup done and all those things. But like it's like they'll kind of be like, give me like a side eye, or they would tell me, they would, like, if it's people that they know who might say something, they'll say, don't boost her head up, don't give her the big head. Or I've had an ex actually tell me that he stopped giving me compliments because he doesn't want me to be full of myself. And I'm just like, how? How is that even possible? Especially, it's like when you don't see yourself a certain way. So I'm just growing to get more comfortable in my skin and who I am, and even in what I look like. And I might not be for everybody, and whatever. And then there's some people you are for, but know that divine feminine, this is your body. This is you. This is how the divine has created you. So if you don't see the beauty in that, how can you expect anybody else to? So you have to see your beauty in yourself as well, divine feminine, especially because not everybody's gonna, give you everybody's not going to always tell you these things, or they might not realize it's something that you really need to hear. But you don't have to be so codependent on others as well either, because truth be told, not everybody is going to want to tell you even when they know it. They know these things are true. They want to make sure you don't. They want to keep you where you are, keep you feeling down and low, and like you're not good enough, or like you're not nothing, because they don't want you to be better than them. They're okay when they're okay with you not knowing who you are, or how amazing you are, or how beautiful you are inside and out. But you deserve to know who you are. And I don't know who needs to hear that, but you deserve to know who you are. And you don't have to receive that from nobody else. You need to know that for yourself. That way nobody can come tear you down. Like, you know, and that is even a reminder to get comfortable even in your imperfections, with your insecurities, because you are perfectly imperfect, divine feminine. And as you grow more confident in who you are and how you present yourself to the world in your physical form, however that is, you need to love yourself and know who you are, because if those are insecurities of yours and people know those things, they will use those things against you to try to tear you down. And not everybody, but a lot of people, they're just mean energies out here that just really, some people want to find something wrong with you. So you need to be aware of whatever these things are and find, learn to love yourself for who you are and how you are and all those things. Divine feminine, and that's part of your healing as well. This reading is already getting a little long, so we're gonna take some final cards from the Ancestors Oracle deck for what you need to hear at this time, divine. Oh, excuse me, y'all. What you need to hear at this time, divine feminine. But the first card we have is High Priestess. It says harness your mystic power. So, like I said, it's finding that inner strength, that power that you have from within. Excuse me, y'all. So I'm trying to choke me up. Woo, I don't know what that's about, y'all. We gonna say those the ops, honey. Somebody don't want you to hear this. I told you it's haters. It's always gonna be a hater somewhere. And like I said, it's not about you being full of yourself or feeling conceited or some of those things. Some people, some people really don't know that, some of you divine feminine really don't know yourself. You don't know who you are, know how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, and somebody don't want you to know. Okay? I don't know who needs to hear that, but please be advised, and you might realize as how some of these people relay themselves in your life. Some people, like, it'll come out in conversations, like people might, you know how you are, divine feminine. I don't have to tell you who you are or how you are, because you know that. But it's like sometimes people might say something and it might kind of catch you off guard, because first of all, it doesn't reflect anything about who you are and how you present yourself. But also, like, it just kind of gives you like a clue of how people are really viewing you. And this is not everybody. These are just certain people around you, and you'll know who these energies are, y'all. I don't even think it has to be explained right now. So I think if I'm bringing it up for you, okay, divine feminine. So this is saying harness your mystic power. You don't have to worry about trying to gain that energy, that knowing from anybody else. It's within you, divine feminine, and it's something that you need to know. Okay. And then we have lady. It says enjoy growth and reap reward. So this is about you enjoying the fruit of your labor, divine feminine. Like, even just enjoying who you are as you are. Literally, who you are in this moment and how you are is what has been manifested based on what you were given and what you're working with and where it came from. So you work it however you do, divine feminine. I'm thinking about, like, physically, but not just physically, just how, like, what life has been overall. It's like you taking your lemons, make your lemonade, divine feminine. Make the best of whatever it is that you have, what you got, whether that's in your physical appearance, your clothes, and how you dress, how you decide to do your hair. As long as you feel confident and you feel good and you know who you are and you find who you are, divine feminine, you're gonna be walking on air, and there's nothing nobody can or can't say to you, that's gonna stop you from really just enjoying being in your skin. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear that, okay, divine feminine, but there you go. I would tell you, because people can be so hateful sometimes, and it's not everybody, y'all, like it, but it's like, I don't know if y'all ever heard that thing where it's like, you might not always remember all the good things that happened to you, or you know um or whatnot, but you always remember, like, that bad thing, or that thing that made you feel, just made you feel some type of way or whatever. Those are the things you don't really forget. So it's when I say this, I speak from experience. It's not just all bad all the time, but it's always, though, it's still the far few in between ones that can really, like, try to bring you down or try to pull you apart. And literally, people who do that a lot of times is because they're dealing with something within themselves, and they want to see somebody else hurt, because maybe they are hurting on the inside. Sometimes people want to dim your light, and snatch something away from you, because their light isn't shining very bright at the moment, or at least they don't feel that way. So be aware of that, divine feminine. I don't know who needs to hear that. Sometimes I need to hear it. So here we go. That message is for you, okay? Next, we have the Shaolin Master. Um, it says be graceful in movement and action. So, yes, divine feminine, like I said, you don't have to, dim your light for anybody else. Do something that makes you feel good, or makes you feel better about yourself. Get to know yourself, and explore the things that you like and the things that you enjoy. Like, don't let nobody else take that away from you, or make you feel guilty or feel bad about trying to feel better about yourself. Like, That's nobody else's business. It's about how you know, what you do to make yourself feel good. They need to work on them things for themselves, you know, divine feminine. So that's something that, and you know, we all can be judgmental sometimes. Like even myself, I'm not always just like, you know, I'm not here speaking to y'all like I'm perfect and I just know everything and I just have it all together, because that can be the furthest from the truth, divine feminine. But here on this channel, we can be truthful and, you know, learn and love through the divine. Okay, so we're all a work in progress. These are things we all, you know, have to come into awareness of, whether it's in how we treat ourselves and even in how we treat others. So let's just be aware of that, have that general awareness. And then next and lastly, we have animal guardian. It says trust your instincts. So yes, divine feminine, like trusting how you feel about yourself and what you believe about yourself. I'm kind of even just got like an image of, it was an image of me, of course, but how, I don't know about any of you, but I'm sure somebody can resonate, where sometimes you could like maybe you like doing your hair and your makeup, and maybe you like having like cute outfits and just cute stuff, and sometimes these things never leave the house because you might love these things and, you know, you acquire these things or whatever, but you can put it on in a mirror and you can feel good about yourself, but the thought of going outdoors and other people seeing and, you know, being becoming like the focus of everybody else's judgment or whatever the case, it's like you could back out of it and not do it anyways, or, you know, whatever the case. But divine feminine, if you feel, if something genuinely makes you feel good and you love it and just all the things, who are you to rob those things from yourself because of how somebody else may or may not feel about it, you know? Why do you have to, you know, be unhappy or dim your light because somebody else's light is dim and they want somebody to feel as bad as they do, so they, you know, try to pick you apart or whatever the case. Divine feminine, do what your heart calls to. Trust your own instincts, trust your own inner knowing, and don't let nobody tear that away from you or bring you down. And I feel like the more you even move in your authenticity and loving on yourself and all those things, people have no choice but to, you know, see what you see. You know, that's what it is. Like, have y'all ever met those people who, you know, they might have certain qualities about them that you could resonate with, that could be an insecurity of your own, but this person seems so content and just so just in high vibrations in their own skin. It's like you see nothing wrong with them. It's like they're amazing. All you see is their beauty. That's what it is, divine feminine. It's because these people love themselves and they don't let the outside world, you know, take that away from them. And I know as a human, even when you meet these kind of people, don't even be careful about even in how you treat them, or, you know, whatever, because everybody has bad days or have bad moments. Everybody has insecurities, just all the things, but you don't have to wear them, or they don't have to stop you from, you know, truly enjoying being in your own skin, because the truth is, divine feminine, it's the skin that you were born in and it's the skin that you're going to leave this world in. So you have to learn to love yourself as well. And even if that means, you know, doing whatever it is you want to do with your body. I'm not talking about, you know, love, like only being okay with who you are, how you are. If you want to change something about yourself, and if that's something that you decide to do, you go ahead and do it. Okay, don't let nobody try to, you know, tell you otherwise, or, you know, that you're not good enough or something is wrong with you if you decide to do that. Because honey, please, if I had the if I had the financial means, and, you know, if I wasn't so fearful of certain things, I would have been got my body snatched, okay? But, you know, I'm working with what I have with, you know, whether that's physically, but even mentally, how I feel about those other things. So, divine feminine, whatever that means for you, you go ahead and do what you want to do. It makes you feel good. You know, whatever it is that you desire, trust your own instincts. You don't need confirmation from somebody else outside of you to tell you these things. So y'all, this video went on long enough. I hope y'all enjoyed this reading. I hope you got, you know, whatever lessons or wake up calls, confirmations, all the things that you needed from this. I'm just a messenger, y'all. That's all I am. I'm just a messenger. So if y'all like this video, go ahead and let the girl know. Y'all been getting a little quiet lately. Some of y'all still been sounding off in the comments. So thank you all for your continued support and the growing support we have here on the channel. I truly enjoy doing these readings for y'all, and I'm not going to do it if I don't want to. So that's what it is. So, yeah, y'all. I'm wishing you so much love and light. And until next time, Divine Feminines. Bye.